Welcome to Halacha for Children. Today we are going to be learning when are we supposed to make the bracha on tefillin. Before we begin, I would like to start by learning two rules. Rule number one, anytime we need to make a bracha for performing a mitzvah, we are supposed to make the bracha over la'asiyasan, which means right before performing the mitzvah. Rule number two, there are certain mitzvahs that as long as you are performing the act of the mitzvah, this mitzvah extends. This is called a mitzvah nimsheches, which means the mitzvah extends as long as you are doing the act. And the mitzvah of tefillin is such a mitzvah that as long as you're wearing your tefillin, the mitzvah of tefillin extends. So starting with halacha number one, a person is supposed to make the bracha on the tefillin shel yad after they placed it on their left hand before they tie the knot. And so too for those that have a minig to make a bracha on the tefillin shel reish, they make the bracha after placing the tefillin on their head before tightening the straps around their head. Why do they make the bracha then? Because the haschalas ha-mitzvah, the mitzvah of tefillin, begins with tying the knot or with tightening the straps. So being that we have to make the bracha over la'asiyasan right before beginning to perform the mitzvah, that is the best time to make the bracha. Halacha number two, if let's say a person put on their tefillin, but they forgot to make a bracha, so as long as they are still wearing their tefillin, they should touch their tefillin and they can then make the bracha. Because being that the mitzvah of tefillin is a mitzvah nimsheches, the mitzvah extends all of the time that you're wearing it. So at any moment you touch your tefillin and you can then make the bracha on this mitzvah.